And you're live. Oh, let me wipe this off. Better. Much better. Ay, ay, ay. So I've been trying to go live since 3:15 and the internet wasn't working. I had to actually restart my computer and do a whole bunch of stuff. But anyways, we're here. Hi everybody. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Another Wednesday, another live video. Uh And before I actually get into today's video, let's talk about Twitch for a minute. Twitch used to be the DJ on Ellen DeGeneres, and he also used to be a judge on So You Think You Can Dance. He was found dead today, and it was by apparent suicide. Christmas is coming, the New Year's is coming, and it's hard. It's hard for a lot of people, okay, for various reasons. Um, Self transitioning is hard, and you never know what a person is going through. I see his videos all the time. His videos of him dancing with his wife on TikTok actually shows up on my For You page all the time. And you never know what a person is going through mentally and emotionally, which is why I am a big, big advocate to go to in therapy. Excuse my French. Go to therapy, whether that be in society. Here we go again with the unstable internet stuff. Anyways, whether that be on in society or just childhood trauma, relationship trauma, whether that be romantic or familial trauma. Like, we go through so much as people. And not only that, I feel like we also carry some of our ancestors' trauma. So we can also talk about that too. I am here for everyone. Even when you think you don't need it, go to therapy. Go to therapy because there are so many unresolved issues in our lives that we need somebody to talk to too. We need to vent to. We need a third party who don't know anybody involved that's going to tell us we're wrong or tell us we're right or tell you you need help or you need to get on medication or you need to find a new hobby or something. You never know what people are going through mentally and emotionally. So be kind. I think people forget that being kind is one of the simplest thing you can do for a person. Just be kind. And that is hard for a lot of people. Just to be kind to someone. Literally kind. Like, don't jump to any assumptions. Sorry. Don't jump to any assumptions. Don't do any of that. Just be kind. If it's even to the person you're with, be kind. If it has to do with your family members, be kind. Your coworkers, not all of them deserve kindness. Excuse my friend. But I promise you, you're going to get repaid for your kindness because the universe goes round and round. So if you think you're being mean to somebody or you're doing something to somebody now, please remember that the universe go round and round. So if that karma don't come directly back to you now, your children can get that karma, your grandchildren, your nephew, your niece, your favorite auntie, your favorite uncle. So be kind to people. Be kind. And if you're having suicidal thoughts, it is best to go to a hospital or talk to somebody. Um, I feel like we give up too easily, too easily. And I was crying. Okay, I guess that's why I'm tired, but I've been tired since yesterday. But I was crying when the empath in me could not do it. Uh, so if you see me looking a bit tired, that's why I was crying. It's sad. It's sad. Anytime somebody takes their life is super sad. And I'm also here to tell black men, please, you're not too good to cry. You're not too good to get therapy. You're not too good to say, I'm not okay. You're not too good to say, I need a hug. Put the ego aside and the pride aside. Because if you don't speak up, no one is going to know. No one is going to know. And a lot of times, we live in this society where, especially black men have to be, well, they're forced to be this macho, unemotional, unvulnerable um, person, and it's unnatural. It's unnatural for any human being to be forced to be that type of person because that is not how we are naturally, whether you are male or female. So, black men, speak up, advocate for yourself, go to therapy, talk to somebody, tell somebody you're not okay, you're not too good to say you're not okay. It's fine. You're not going to be judged. Everybody needs to get help. Okay? Everyone. And I'm probably, today's one, Wednesday, Friday. I'm probably going to need a, a therapy session Friday because, damn. Honestly, I don't. It's hard. It's hard and it's sad. It's sad, very. Mm, it's super sad. Purple Royal say getting help isn't a sign of weakness. No, it's not. It's a sign that you're self-aware and you know that something is wrong and you need to fix it. That's what getting help means. Woo. Mm. My therapist is gonna have a long session. Um, let's read some of these comments. Monet say hi, wifey, hi. And Moonshun686 says hi there. Keith Kelly says hi. Shelly Smith said it's my personal belief that everyone needs therapy. Needs therapy in varying degrees. I completely agree. I agree. I agree. Purple Royal said hi everyone. Yvonne Stephan says good afternoon. Cat Monroe Money. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. You look like Christmas. I look like Christmas. I think it's the decoration in the background. I absolutely love my Christmas tree. When my son said my Christmas tree is cool and it's so nice, I know I did my job. I know I did my job this year. So I think it's the Christmas tree and the lip gloss. And this is Fenty Beauty lip gloss that's in that trio. But yeah. So on the list today, we're gonna talk about Derrick Jackson, self-proclaimed relationship guru and YouTuber. Um, Lil Fizz showing his butthole on social media. Ah! And then we're gonna talk about Shanzi and Nino's wedding. If you've been on social media in any capacity in the Jamaica sphere, it's been everywhere. So which one do you guys want to talk about first? And Cat Money said, "No, girl, you look like." Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I'm back with the curly hair again. You guys say I look good in curly hair, which is hilarious to me. But yeah, which one you guys want to talk about first? Is it Derrick Jackson, Little Fizz, or Shanti and Nino's wedding? I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds. Nobody not answer. Right, I'll say Derrick Jackson. So Moonsoon, you lost because two person already said Derrick Jackson. So let's get into the article because and I saved some stuff on TikTok. So it says 1 month after Derrick Jackson's wife put a curse on those criticizing her marriage, the relationship guru announced his divorce. Jackson took to Instagram on Friday to announce his divorce from Dania Jackson. His post came the same day that blogger Tasha K posted photos showing Jackson in Miami with a mysterious woman. Amid the shocking photos, Jackson decided it was time to let the public know that he and Dania have been separated since earlier this year. Over the past several months, my family and I have gone through many changes, Jackson captioned his post. Some of you have speculated while others have reached out to offer support as we privately establish new normal for ourselves and our beautiful children. I'm getting a headache just reading this. Making the decision to file was one of the hardest decisions of my life, but I've found peace knowing that our mission of raising healthy children, starting with a healthy and whole parents, is still being accomplished. Jackson went on to recall his high school love story with Denia, which resulted in marriage and children, from falling in love as teenagers to becoming spouses and now co-parents. I'm grateful for the years we spent together and wouldn't trade them for anything, he shared. I was blessed to have such an amazing person in my life and will forever be thankful for all she meant to our family. The self certified relationship guru ended his post asking for prayers and support as his family adjusts to the changes. Jackson's divorce announcement comes 1 month after Diana took to social media to post a prayer-filled rant cursing anyone who spoke negatively about her marriage. Every person speaking against the name Denia Jackson and Derrick Jackson in mockery, accusation, slander, and lies, may the mercies of God be withdrawn from you, Jackson declared in a video. Let your seed become vagabonds on earth, she continued. Let the words of your mouth and the work of your hands be returned back to you. Let it go down your throat and choke you slowly until your days become few on the earth. Let me first start off by saying this. Black women have this thing where any and every man on social media is certified relationship guru, and they can comment on relationships, and black women on a whole do an amazing job of making them famous and getting them rich off of I don't even know what it is because really and truly I never heard of him, and I don't know anything of him before Tasha K broke the news a few years ago that he was cheating on his wife and came with receipts. His video never popped up on my timeline. I never heard of him, none of that. So black women need to stop just giving anybody platform to speak and give themselves title like self-proclaimed relationship guru, and have some discernment about who they're taking advice from. I watched some of his videos when Tasha K brought the news that he was cheating, and I also watched the live that they did together. And I will say that all the videos that he talked about what men, women should stay away from, and everything that he talked about what women should be in relationship. Okay, he was literally talking about himself in third person, as we can see. Yes, it's amazing when you have life experiences, and everybody can learn from anybody, even a mad person. But it's up to us to have discernment. And what I've realized with people on social media who gain stardom on social media is that black women have no problem just listening to every and anybody when it comes on to relationship stuff, even if they're not qualified. Like, did you go to school to understand women or relationships? Do you go to school to understand humans and how cheating and how relationship works? Did you go to school to understand different love languages? Have you written a book, did research? What is your credentials? Because you can't just come and tell me that you're a self-proclaimed relationship guru, and I'm gonna take everything you say with a grain of salt and base my life experiences and my relationship off what you told me. Discernment need to be a thing. You can listen and take some from, but don't box your life over what people say on social media, because a lot of the times they're not living what they're saying. Let's just keep it real. Social media is literally a place to put all your best memories and best experiences. And a lot of time people don't show the negative side, or they don't talk about the negative sides. Okay? Relationship or work. Relationship or work. Yes, it comes a time when your relationship is easy because you have worked through all the kinks and you guys have been together and you've weathered the storm, and then your relationship become easy. But relationship, like a real committed relationship, is work. And obviously, he is not willing to put in the work to make his work. So all the BS he was talking about on social media about the men you should stay away from, he's literally living proof of that. And the fact that you were cheating on your wife and your wife came and said she did not believe in divorces and she's gonna work through everything, and she came on social media cursing people out in prayer. Like, women have to be careful. Like, These men, some of these men have no problem embarrassing the hell out of you on social media, whether they have a big following or a little one. They will embarrass the hell out of you. And you really have to look into yourself and be like, what the hell? Like, you're no, no. This is something that you said you wouldn't do, but in turn you have done. Therefore, you lost my trust. And this is the thing. He cheated on his wife. I think it was a year ago or 2 years. I don't remember because I don't really keep up with him. He cheated on his wife, and the public found out about it. You know now that you cheated on your wife, the trust is lost. The trust is gone. That relationship now belongs to and is on the terms of his wife. In order for you to regain trust, to rebuild a relationship, your public humiliation, cheating, everything that can go wrong went wrong in that relationship. For you to rebuild that relationship is going to take work, and it now dictates on the wife, because you're going to have to regain her trust, and it's on her terms. So if you go to the door and dip on your phone a text, and you come in and she feels some type of way and says, okay, you were outside for too long and now I feel like you're cheating or you're texting somebody. It's now on her terms, because now you're going to have to pass over the phone and show that, babe, I wasn't texting anybody. This was just something for work. Okay. You are going to have to put in the work to build back that woman's trust. And he's not willing to do it, because I'm sure she's back there saying, you were outside too long. You were in the bathroom too long. You said you went on a work trip. I don't believe you. Okay. And a lot of times, once that trust is gone, there's a whole bunch of water underneath the bridge, and you literally have to fix it, literally pick it up with a small pail and empty the water out the bridge, underneath the bridge, literally by hand, because there's no fast track or fast way to fixing a relationship once you have ruined someone's trust for you. Okay, that relationship now is dictated on the person that trust was ruined, not you. Especially if you're the cheater or you're the one that did something to misuse their trust or disappoint them or something. It's it's no longer dictates on what you want and how you want the relationship to go. And a lot of people are not willing to put in the work to do to undo what they have done in relationship, and that's just simply the truth. Relationships are work, they're complicated. We are all different human beings, we have different backgrounds, different parents, different childhood experiences. So relationship are work to a point where it no longer becomes work. Okay, you've been through it, you understand each other, and it becomes okay. I seen Michelle Obama talk about this recently, and she was talking about, like, if she actually based her relationship on year 5 or year 7, she and President Obama would not be together, quote unquote, is what she said, because they had their issues. And that's real. It's real life. People change, people grow, people move in different directions. Things that people like, they no longer like. And this is one thing I will say, especially for women, black women in general. Please do not go into a relationship and let that relationship be your whole identity. Do not let a relationship be your personality. Seeing that woman and seeing like the gradual changes over the years of who she become, she is a caricature of who she used to be. And a lot of times women go into relationship wanting to please who they're with and wanting to compromise, and they compromise so much that they forget themselves in the compromise, and they lose themselves in compromising and trying to make a relationship work. Never make your relationship your personality trait. Never make your relationship your identity, because at the end of the day, you are a individual. The person you're with is a individual. You are going to grow, is either you grow together or you grow apart. And if you grow apart, you try to work together and work the relationship back together and work together on maintaining your relationship, because you never know what's going to happen. And another thing I saw with her is how she lost hers. And I'm guilty of this. When we have children as women, we kind of lose ourselves. We lose ourselves in trying to become moms. And she has children. And I can tell from personal experiences, like before you talk about, oh, you're not going to try to lose yourself and you're going to be a hot mom and all the things you're going to do different. You literally lose yourself when you're a mom. You literally lose yourself. Your identity get lost because of not only relationship and with your partner that you have children with, but also the relationship that you have with your children, the relationship and how society sees moms and all the pressure of that, and how you should be and how you should raise your children and how you should look and how you should act. You lose yourself. Do not make your identity centered around being a spouse of somebody, or being a mom, or any of the hoods, parenthood, wifehood, husbandhood, whatever hoods that we go through as adults. Do not let that be your personality. You literally have to find yourself and rediscover yourself when you go through certain things. And I feel like that is a big thing when women have children. We kind of lose ourselves in what we think society wants us to look like as parents, and what we want to look like as parents, and how our spouse sees us as parents, and how our family sees us as parents. But in the grand scheme of things, this is your life and you only have one. And honestly, when you're going through that transition of having children, when you're a woman and losing yourself, you don't know it. It don't look like you're losing yourself. And people may point it out, but you don't see it. You just feel like I'm changing because I have children and certain things are not the same anymore. But it's up to you. It's up to you to make sure that you don't lose yourself completely. And I feel like she definitely lost herself completely. Also, another thing I really need to talk about with this whole Derrick Jackson thing, I found out that his daddy is Jamaican and he don't have a good relationship with his father. And he talked about that the last time he cheated on his wife. Um, but this is something I really been thinking about. When a man finds a woman and they get married and they're together, why is it do you then want to change the person you're with into what you think they should be instead of loving them for who they are? And when I say she turned into a caricature of herself, she literally turned into a caricature of the woman she this woman used to always have her hair done, her nails done. She used to dress great. She have on a helmet of salvation. I looked at her Instagram. She had on a dress in a pool. She looks nothing like the way she used to look. She don't dress the way she used to look. None of that. When you find a person, an individual, and you say you love them for who they are. If when you meet them they wear their natural hair 50% of the time, and they have their weave wigs and whatever the next 50, let them be. If you meet someone and they have dreads and that's how you met them, let them be. If they want to change it over time, let them do that. Okay? Do not try to change a individual to fit the aesthetics of what you think a society deem how a wife should look, or how a wife should be, or how a wife or husband should act. Because in the grand scheme of things, the same thing that a lot of people have issues with within you, they'll pick it up, they'll leave you, divorce you, and go pick somebody else up that does the same exact thing. I don't want a woman that dress skimpy, that shows her ass, who isn't modest. I don't want a woman that wear wigs and weave. I want someone that's natural. I want somebody that's the ideal of what a wife should be. I want that. I want somebody that's gonna love on me, support me through thick and thin, have unconditional love for me. And let me show you a picture of who he was caught with. Right there. Hold on. What the hell? It went away. Let me find back. Let me find it back. It's on Black Enterprise. Um, that's the girl. That's his wife right here. And that's the girl he was out with in Miami. This is how his wife used to look. Okay? She used to have her weave in. She used to have her makeup, her nails done. She used to dress nice. This is how his wife looks now. And if you love somebody and you're in a relationship with somebody and you see that they've completely changed, they've changed how they look, how they dress and everything like that, you need to point it out to them to make sure that they're not losing themselves. Because if they start losing themselves, and then you go and divorce them, I promise you that individual is going to resent you for the rest of their life. If they change themselves, compromise to a point where they lose themselves, and they did every single thing that they wanted, that person wanted for you to do, and you didn't appreciate it, and you turned around and divorced, I promise you they're going to resent you forever. And yes, they may forgive you later on, but they will never forget. They will never forget. And this is what I don't lose yourself in a relationship. Do not turn a caricature of who you was for no one. Okay? Whatever you were doing at the beginning of the relationship, continue to do it, especially where clothing is concerned, how you take care of yourself, how you used to look, how you used to dress. I know that in a relationship you get older and your dress and fashion style kind of changes, but that's all fine and good. That should be on your terms. Okay? And a lot of times some men will go and tell you, oh, I want a woman that dress like this. I want a woman that do this. I want a woman that don't wear makeup. I want a woman that don't wear weave. And the same thing that they don't want their woman to do is the same type of woman they go for. Same thing for men and women and vice versa. It is the same thing. Me no want no weave head woman. I don't want somebody that wear weave all the time. I don't want somebody that wear makeup all the time. I don't want somebody that this weight. I don't want somebody with kids. I don't want. And then you look turn around and who you see them with, who you see them liking on social media, who you see them going on dates with. Someone that have kids, someone that has a head full of weave, someone that's overweight or obese. Do you and compromise, but don't lose yourself in the compromise. Relationship is all about give and take, and there has to be a middle ground. Find the middle ground and stick to it, especially in relationship. Make sure you're not losing like this. You like flowers. Your spouse likes massages. There has to be a middle ground. If your spouse no longer get flowers, then you're no longer getting massages. There has to be a middle ground. There has to be a compromise. Okay? The or else it's not going to work. Don't lose your beliefs, your morals, and your values in compromising for someone. Because a lot of time people change and people grow and they themselves don't even know what they want because it changes so much. So be yourself. Be yourself. And don't lose yourself in trying to compromise and make a relationship work that's not supposed to work. That's not how a relationship go. There needs to be a middle ground. Okay? And until you find that middle ground, it's not going to work. So let me read some of these topics, some of these chats. Cat Money said he needs to change his title. She needs to put a curse on his body. Honestly, I don't think people should. I don't think people should do that. I don't think people should put curses on anybody. I don't think people should tie anybody, because honestly, um, and I always see people talking about you should get your lick back. You should get your lick back. Do not get back no lick. Don't get no lick back. Because if that person hurt you, that's going to be the hardest lick that they will ever receive. And the karma and the way that the universe is going to get their lick back is going to be worse, Sarah, than any lick that you can get in real life. Nobody would make him stay, because with time, honey. Moonson said that's really heavy. Yvonne Seven said I didn't even realize he wasn't posted until I saw this divorce thing. I don't watch him. I don't listen to him. None of his stuff ever pops up. It's the same thing with Kevin Samuels, because I'm really careful about the things that I consume on social media, and I've been working on this gradually for a year now. I never knew Kevin Samuels exists. I never knew Derrick Jackson exists. None of these people, because I'm very careful about the people and things that I consume, whether that be on social media or in television. And I don't, certain things on television I'll watch, but I don't internalize it too much, or I'll take my lessons from it and leave everything else. It's all about discernment. And social media is a place where you're constantly getting information, constantly bombarded with information. It can cause harm. Okay? It can cause harm. Shelly Smith say at Cat Monroe, she probably did curse it, but it didn't work. Promise you, if she did, he wouldn't even be able to actually entertain the girl that he was out with in Miami. If uh, if you know, you know. If she really put a curse on that man, he couldn't even entertain another woman. Okay, couldn't even entertain another woman. Well, if she did it right, she did it the right way. But I don't think she put a curse on him because she's more into Christianity and God and deliverance and all of that more than anything else. Kat Monroe said, yes, she was willing to work. He wasn't to make their relationship, their marriage work. Yeah. Once you lose somebody's trust, that relationship is now on their terms. And a lot of times, some men egos are too high and too big for them to actually come back down to gravity and realize that the person you're with, you have hurt, you have disappointed them. So now for you to not have this big disappointment in your relationship, you're going to have to put in the work. And a lot of times, ego and pride won't allow them to do the work. And the same thing for women. If she cheats on him, it won't allow her to do the work because they're gonna feel like, oh, you shouldn't be going through my phone. Oh, you should trust me. No, I should not. You cheated on me. You publicly embarrassed me. You made me think I was crazy and I wasn't. Okay? So now everything I say, you must do. Okay? In order to regain my trust. In order for this not to be a show, there's certain things that I need you to do. And that's a lot of work. Juna Bryan said, true, once the trust is gone, it's never the same. It's never the same, actually. It's not. Purple Royal said, that's so true. It happens to you and you don't realize. Yeah, you don't realize you lose yourself. Eat which shake, say amen. Ladies, do what you please. Like, why would you tell me not to cut my hair because you don't like it? I'm going to tell you yes, but I'm going ahead and do me regardless. And that's fine and okay. If you, like for me personally, I cut my hair all the time. I ask Babe for his opinions on whether I should cut my hair or not. But in the grand scheme of things, it's my hair. So if I want to cut it, I'm going to cut it. I asked you for your opinion. I appreciate your opinion, but in the grand scheme of things, it's still my decision. And it's the same thing with abortions and having children. Seikosphere said true. Shelly Smith said Fox and Cat Money said no because she put curse on who talk about their marriage. Yeah, she's putting curse on who talk about their marriage, but that's in the name of the Lord, and that's not going to work. Okay, real curses have to do with ancestral spirits and divinity and work, and you can use Bibles and stuff to do curses and hexes and stuff. But the way she do it, the way she was so called doing it, that's never going to work. Roshane Walker said, I didn't know them did not know them, okay, until the news broke and it was talked about on social media. Never know Kevin Samuels, never know him at all. And here they're saying black men don't cheat and all that the same thing. Mitzi McBean say hi Mitzi, and Carrie Ann Jones say I ask for my husband's opinion out of respect, but I do not ask for his permission. Precisely, I ask him definitely out of respect and not permission because at the grand scheme of things it's my body and I'm allowed to do what I want with my body in the premise of it still being respectful within my relationship. So yeah, but be very careful and have discernment in the stuff that you I need to stop cussing. um with the stuff that you consume on social media and with the people that you consume information with on social media. Cass Monet say him and Kevin Samuels are crosses men. That they are, okay? But they make their money on being just that. So who can blame them? It's just about how people need to be careful, really. When I see people like him or men like him on social media, if it ever pops up on my timeline, I always hit not interested. Don't show me this again. Blah. Like, I don't know what it, but it never shows up on my timeline really because I don't consume stuff like that. So it never, the algorithm is never algorithm in that direction. Okay, ever. And we can talk about. Is that all I want to talk about with him? Oh, another point. When you're dealing with social media and people that have social media fame, especially somebody like Derrick Jackson, it makes it 10 times easier for them to cheat. And their cheating can go as far it can go from physical to emotional or I don't even know what to call it or them just using their phone basically. It's simple, it's easy for them to cheat. They have so many means of a way of cheating. He's a self-proclaimed YouTube or relationship guru and he does YouTube. He can simply tell his wife that, oh, I have a panel I need to go to in Miami and I need to do this and I need to do that while he's out cheating. It gives them more access to women, and not only that, it gives them more ways to cheat and be deceivious and lie. Uh, So, if you're in a relationship with somebody, or in especially somebody that has social media fame, it's a whole different world that you have to navigate. And most of the time, they men that are in relationship are more desirable on social media than men that are single. So if a man that is single, most women, oh, he's fine, he's okay. If you have a woman, they're going to be like, oh, in her woman, no one take him with any woman. And that I actually seen her do that. The girl that he was caught with was posting, I don't know if it was TikTok or Instagram, that she took the man from you or whatever. A lot of times, men that are married on social media interact with single women way more than they should, and it just causes a world of problems. Okay, if you're not somebody that have really strong lines and really strong boundaries as far as social media is concerned, when you're with someone that have social media fame, uh it's a recipe for disaster, and you have to stand firm and still in what you believe in, because baby, peer cross is out here, and what you have a lot of people want and is envious of, and they will go through great lengths to actually live the life that you have or be with who you are with or try to break up your family. Like, it comes with its problems, its fair share of problems. But one thing I realize is that men that are married, especially black men, because I don't really pay attention to any other else men that are in relationship a lot of times don't have any boundaries and don't have any respect, and it cause marriage and relationship, especially on social media, to look like something that is supposed to be played with. The stuff that they do on social media literally will have their spouses being embarrassed as hell, and they think it's okay and they think it's fine, and they make excuses as to the reason and as to why they do it. And in the grand scheme of things, you're just embarrassing yourself, your kids, the person you're with, and you're going to be not only a laughing stock, but your kids are going to be a laughing stock, and the person that you're with is going to be a laughing stock. And don't think that because you're the man, you're not going to be laughed at also. Other men are going to look at you like you are a clown. Real men are going to look at you like you are a clown because you're on social media doing clownery and you're in a relationship. So that's up to you and how you navigate those situations. Carrie Ann Jones say, I always say people can give me advice, but don't have to take it or do as I say. Absolutely. You can listen to people's story, listen to their advice, take everything with a grain of salt, apply what you feel like is good for you, leave what you don't think it's not. Take everything with a grain of salt and have some discernment. It's pretty simple. Eat with shakes is what I don't understand. Why do a lot of married men cheat? I was watching Red Table Talk, so a man came on there. I really love Red Table Talk. I listen to it all the time, and he explained that in a lot of relationships, after a while, uh, you guys are have the same routine. You guys do the same thing. You guys live the same life. It becomes boring. Um, and excitement. People want excitement. People want new things. People want new pum pum and new penis. There is a world for why they cheat, but honestly, to me personally, I feel like it's an excuse because, quite frankly, if you're in a relationship and you feel like you need to go cheat, then you don't need to be in a relationship. And a lot of times when they're cheating on their spouses, they're taking up a person that is giving them 20% of what they need right now, and they're leaving their spouses with the 80% that they're getting. Okay, so they're filling the gap of what they think they're not getting at home with whoever they're cheating with. And quite frankly, nobody should be with anyone that cannot control their sexual needs and desire. So as far as cheating is concerned, don't pick up nobody that don't have any self-control where that is concerned. I feel like that is super important. And I feel like yes, sex is involuntary and everyone needs that, and but you need to be able to control yourself, especially to be in not long distance, not long distance, but committed relationships. Each shall say a lot of people are in unhappy relationship just cause. Yes, yes, and they don't want to do the work to actually fix it. Linda must say, OMG, I can't believe I caught alive. Love you, girl. Hi, Linda. I'm glad you caught alive also. Ivory Blake said, I don't know what kind of prayer that she prayed. I don't know what type of prayer that she prayed either, but honestly, I feel like she's probably in religion psychosis. But that's a whole different topic for a whole different day. A lot of black people go through that. I feel like religious psychosis, and I feel like she is one of those people that is in that right there. Ivorny Blake said that people call bad prayer. Why she never pray for her husband change? She probably did, and it didn't work. Linda Massey says sometimes we bored too, but we work with what we have. Yes, that's very true. Both females and males get bored in their relationship, and things get stagnant, and you want new things, fresh things, all of that, but it's up to you to actually make the decision if you cheating is more important than the relationship you have and the person you're with and the life that you have built, really. Linda said men don't do the same. No, they don't. We live in a society where they get a pass for, well, some of them get a pass for cheating and make up fake ass excuses as to why they do what they do when they do it, but a woman is called a whore or a bitch when they do so. It's craziness. So we can talk about Little Fizz a little bit. Oh my god, I've been on here so long. I didn't even realize it was after 4. My kids are about to wake up. But I started late. But let's talk about Little Fizz. So if you're a millennial like I am, okay, B2K was the thing. Little Fizz or Marianne was the thing back in the day. Little Fizz was trending on social media yesterday because they're claiming that he has a OnlyFans and Somebody leaked a video of him showing his butthole on his OnlyFans. And the gays allegedly are saying that his butthole is prolapse, and he came out today and say it's not him, but Lord, oh Lord, I would be embarrassed. If you watch Love and Hip Hop, you know that he has a child with Monique Slaughter, and his child is also a teenager. And Monique say that his child have access to social media. Also, if I was his child, I would have been be embarrassed too. But he came out this morning and said it wasn't him. So who knows? He says someone is trying something with him. Who knows? Who knows? The millennials will know that the girls used to go crazy for Lil Fizz, okay? Go crazy for Omarion. So when this came out on social media, it had everybody talking. And also that it also brought up all the old allegations of a certain someone in Hollywood that they claim allegedly used to have sex with them. So, anyways, that right there is crazy. For and then another thing with that, I don't know any heterosexual man with a OnlyFans that would open their asshole up on video and post it on the internet. That's weird. Okay? That's kind of weird for a heterosexual male. If you're bisexual or you're queer or you're gay, I could understand that. Well, for a heterosexual male, mm, I don't know. Lord, 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 Lord. We live in a crazy ass world, boy. And you need to be careful of who you're with. Okay? I know his baby mom is literally in disgust right now. Like if me I did me R&B, I'm gonna shame me fuck. I would be so me would be afraid to show my face in public. Okay? I wouldn't say no, I know him. Just the mere fact that people are alleging that it's him, that alone would have made me shame. My shame tree easy if it broke down. Easy. When we say easy, we mean easy if it broke down. Some woman trust strong though, so I can't even say nothing. Some women be knowing that the men they're with are down low or gay or bisexual, and they just be acting like oblivious and all of that. And some of them just lie and perpetrate macho culture and all of that. Carrie Ann Jones say yes, we used to go crazy for little Phil's. Eat with Shake says what they all said until the truth came out. Carrie Ann Jones said that as some in the closet business. Trapped in the closet. I saw Linda Messiah said down low. Catsman Rosa Carrie and Fox. Me shame and it's not me, cause how do you come back from that? And the side eyes. Cameron said it's alleged that in the music industries are bad. Yeah. How do you come back from that? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. But if you guys don't know, if you guys study anatomy and physiology, they will tell you that a man's G spot is in his asshole. So that's why a lot of these men are bisexual, bi curious, bi whatever, or just gay. So Yeah. So they say, Carrie, I noticed say hi Shakira. How is everyone? Just getting on. I'm late today. Hi Carrie Ann. And then the last topic I wanted to talk about was because I'm about to leave. My kids are about to wake up in like 30 to about not 30 but 10 to 15 minutes. But the last topic I wanted to talk about was Nino and Shanzi. What did this last comment to Carrie Ann said the Carrie Ann said weird. Carrie Ann said the G spot I go stay for me. For me. I'm not going go diving or fishing. Uh, oh my god. Have you ever like watched what it popped up on my timeline one time of what a gay man said he had to do before he did intercourse, and I've been traumatized ever since, okay? And then I learned that men's G spot is in their asshole, and then I was like, psh, mind blown. Okay. They have to squirt out water and then put well to make sure when then do it, no do not come out. Lord, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the gays, the queers, the bis, the y'all have that. Woo, Jesus, no. But anyways, do whatever floats your boat, really. So the last topic I wanted to talk about is um mm, 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 is Sansi and Nino. I follow Sansi on social media. Karen, notice I guess I'll never learn. Karen, so they do have to do a flush out. They literally have to flush out themselves before they do the do. Like it's crazy the lengths. But anyways, Rochelle said, please don't traumatize me. I saw that pop up on my timeline and I watched the whole video and I was traumatized. Okay? I'm traumatized. Okay? It's traumatized ever since. Me not traumatized nobody, but if you want to know, they're on social media. Like you can go look up the videos and all of that. Jen Jones said, oh gosh, just the thought of pooping, giving birth was embarrassing. I could never. Crazy as hell. Crazy. That alone made me embarrassed that I could like poop myself. That was like a big fear. Anyways, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was Shansi and Nino getting married. If you follow them on social media, you know who I'm talking about. Their picture have been floating around all over Instagram, made front page news. Gleaner. Gleaner made front page news, and it's also all over TikTok and all of that. But her wedding was actually super beautiful. Her wedding was gorgeous. She executed like the perfect Cinderella fairy tale. Um, what every girl would dream of. Her wedding was super beautiful. Okay, her wedding was gorgeous. But what I will say with them as a couple, and I wish them nothing but the best because marriage and relationships are a lot of work. So what I will say with them is I'm super happy that a millennial that is in the entertainment sphere is getting married like super young. And this is something that is known. This is something that you don't have to guess about. I'm glad that like someone is taking on that cap and say, okay, I found somebody that I really love. I'm gonna make her my wife. We're gonna go through it. Even though we're young, we may change, stuff may happen. This is the person that I want to be with for the rest of my life. And we're going to do it. And we're going to do it big. And the fact that in our culture, for men, the whole Gyalis thing, the whole I need to be young now, and in my young days, I need to have 55 different women. My body count needs to be 202. I need to have six baby mother and 12 pitney in a six different parish. And then when I hit 45 or 48 or 50, then I'm going to like slow it down and marry someone and do the whole marriage and family thing. I'm glad that there's someone that is pioneering love in our generation as millennials, because I feel like people need to see that more. It needs to be more in public view. Someone that they see, someone that they know, somebody that's in the same age group as us. Because you can see other people, especially when they're older and them in a relationship and all of that, it doesn't resonate because you guys are not the same age. You guys don't view the world the same and you don't view society the same. So the fact that they're getting married so young and they know exactly what they want from a young age, they no longer fool around and whore out themselves and then get married. That right there is amazing to me. That right there, me glad it make front page news because more young people in our age group need to see stuff like that. Nobody thinks that you're whore out yourself, whether it be man or woman, and then when you get older, someone is going to want you, okay? And that's when somebody's supposed to take what left and wife and husband, and it don't work like that, okay? It don't. I think Babe said in his life the other day that some woman told the guy that he was with, I can't believe I was with you because your balls is long as a clit or something, some foolish like that. Don't wait till your balls them long. If you say you want to get married and you want to do all of the love thing and you want to settle down, okay? Nobody no want no what left. Nobody no want nothing that's used up. It's important for us, especially as millennials, to see stuff like this right in our faces, to show that it's attainable, to show that it's possible, to show that there are people out there with different belief system than the whole Yalis culture, the whole Manis culture, the whole I need to live my best life because I'm young now. And then when we get older, do whatever. I've always had this belief that I don't care how old I am, but me not whore up myself in nobody. Okay? Me not use up myself in nobody. Like, ever. Ever. Because in the grand scheme of things, it's not worth it. You have so many soul ties, so many attachments, so many memories, whether they be good or bad, they play themselves out in your relationship that you have when you're older, and it just causes a bag of problem. So their wedding is gorgeous. Their wedding is amazing. I follow her on Instagram. I love her. I support her. Shout out to another Jamaican woman trying to be a wife and do it the right way. Okay. Shout out to her for actually stepping into the light because honestly, Being with somebody that's like I said before, the Derrick Jackson, being with somebody that's well known on social media can come with a lot of issues and a lot of problems. And the fact that she still went ahead and got married, and they're making their love known for each other publicly. So what's known doesn't need to be explained. Amazing. Mwah. Chef's kiss, like everything. And her wedding was beautiful. The whole, I've seen all the pictures and stuff. Amazing, gorgeous, fairy tale, like everything. Woo! Jen Jones says she definitely did a great job. It perfect execution, like everything. Carrie Ann Jones says, then wait till the plot and shoot no more to settle down. So Carrie Ann Jones says, nothing wrong with getting married young. Just know it's hard work. Definitely. And you have to know that the person that you're with is willing to be with you through thick and thin and work through all the ups and downs, because in any relationship it's work. It's going to be work and compromise before you get to a place in your relationship where it's easy and it flows, and it's work, especially when you're young, because you're constantly changing. Your views are constantly changing, like it's crazy. I literally looked at myself. I did a self analysis the other day, and like half the stuff that I believed when I was like 20, 21, I don't believe anymore, like at all. My mind should have completely changed. I don't know what it is about hitting 25, or just the peak over of I, people say they have midlife crisis. Like when you hit 25, you have like a life crisis, because everything changed. Everything, your views, your perspective, how you look at everything changed. Everything. Like back then, this is a great example. Back then, I used to be such a hateful woman. Anytime I see like a black man with a white woman outside, I used to just look at them like, oh, can't stand the sight. And now that I'm older, I'm just like, ugh, whatever. Love who love you. Uh, honestly, the reason why I never like seeing black men with white women, I honestly feel like a lot of the times those relationships are based on black man's self hate. That's a whole different story for a whole different day. Um, I talk like that's a whole conversation I had with my therapist about how I feel like black men date outside their race because of self hatred, and um, how when black women date outside their race, it's based on genuine love and companionship. But that's a whole different topic for a whole different day. That's just my personal beliefs, and that's just how I feel. Um, Talking about that, I need to do some research on that. Okay, I need to do some research on that. But yeah, back then I used to hate seeing it. Now I'm just like whatever. Love who love you. Whatever floats your boat. But I do believe now, and I never used to believe this. When I was younger, I never used to believe that like black women should date out their race and stuff like that. Now I'm all for it. I feel like black, do it. Open your horizon. Do it. Anyways, Moonshine and say yes with time. Yeah, you definitely change, boy. You definitely change. So I'm gonna get off here because my babies are about to wake up. Um, I hope you guys have a wonderful hump day. I'm about to go drink the rest of the JB, not JB, ENJ and apple juice that's in the fridge because I feel like I'm getting a cold or something weird. I woke up feeling stuffy this morning and tired. Shelly Smith said, look at Cynthia G on YouTube. She talks about that. I'll look it up. I'll look it up. I need to. I want to do some research to see what I think there's actual facts behind my views because I like doing stuff like that. I like actually researching stuff like how I think of the world and see if it's evidence based or it's just me and my feelings and emotions. Um, Moon wants a pleasant evening to you. Carrie and notice say I can't see myself with someone white, but that's just me. And that's how I used to feel too. I used to feel like black women are not able to see themselves with like other race. But now I think about it differently. Purple Royal say you should do that topic one day. I definitely am, but I need to do some research first. I need to make sure how I view the world and especially how I view interracial um, relationship now is not based on biases, and I have some facts to back it up. So I'm gonna do some research and um, I'll probably do it. Shelly Smith says she talks about the BM pathology. I'm gonna check her out. Thank you. I'm definitely gonna check her out. So that is this week's live video. Definitely comment in the comment section and tell me what you guys want to talk about next week. If I get to do the research in time about um, interracial relationship between black men and white women and black women and white men, I'll definitely talk about it next week. And I'll definitely look up Cynthia's G on YouTube. So thank you for uh telling me that. Um like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below. And I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys have a amazing rest of the day and rest of the week also. I'll see y'all Friday. I have a video for you on Friday, and I'll see y'all Sunday for a vlog. So, deuces. Oh, and my Black Lives Matter shirt. I was at the gym today, and my Black Lives Matter shirt was bothering someone at the gym. Um, he was behind me. He took a picture of what my shirt says on the back, and then he started walking around me. I don't know if he thought should be scared of him or he was trying to intimidate me or what it was. But I'm at a point in my life now where people behaviors like don't phase me. So him doing whatever he was doing did not phase me. But Babe was definitely triggered. I told Babe and I should have not done that. I told Babe about it and Babe was triggered. So that's something I need to learn to deal with. But my Black Lives Matter shirt is amazing. But with that being said, I'll see y'all later. I'm up out of here.